Hey everybody, today's tutorial is all about how I blow dry, straighten, and add curls to my hair. So if you want to see the process that I go through to achieve this look, stay tuned. I'm starting this process on freshly washed, deep conditioned hair. All products used will be listed in the description box below. For a leave-in conditioner, I'm using Giovanni Direct Leave-In. When I apply my leave-in conditioner, I like to go row by row or section by section just to ensure that I'm applying enough product and massaging it through thoroughly. I use Grape Seed Oil as a sealant, which is also a natural heat protectant. Once applied, I use my wide tooth comb to detangle, starting at the ends and working my way up to the roots. In addition to the Grape Seed Oil, I use the Shine Polishing Silk and Sleek Straightening Polisher, which is another great heat protectant. Once that's been massaged through, I use my old school handy dandy blow dryer on a low heat setting. I know some of you are probably thinking that it's time for me to get another blow dryer, but this is my old faithful. I just use my wide tooth attachment, and I also apply tension so that I'm not having to do too many passes with my blow dryer. And those are the steps that I follow to blow dry the remainder of my hair. Because I used a low heat setting, my hair is still a little wet at the roots, so I installed chunky twists and slept in a satin bonnet. It's the next morning and it's time to flat iron. I use Beyond the Zone Smooth Criminal as an additional heat protectant. I use my Ion ceramic flat iron and I set it at 350. When flat ironing my hair, I like to use what's called the chase method. I simply take a smaller section of hair. Using my rat tail comb, I place it at the roots, and then use my flat iron, placing it behind the rat tail comb and following from the roots to the ends. Whenever I use this technique, I like to go nice and slow so that I don't have to do more than one pass through to straighten my hair. Here are a few tips to help avoid heat damage. 1. Do a really nice deep conditioning treatment prior to applying heat directly to your hair. 2. Use a really good heat protectant. I like to use several different heat protectants at each interval of applying heat to my hair. 3. Use your flat iron on no more than 350-degree settings. And last but not least, only 1 to 2 pass-throughs to avoid applying too much heat directly to your hair. Once I've completed the flat ironing process, I add rollers to my hair to get additional volume and body. I'm applying about 18 to 20 rollers total, and once all of my rollers have been applied, I'm going to sit under my soft bonnet dryer for about 20 to 25 minutes. I sat under my soft bonnet dryer for about 25 minutes, and now I'm going to carefully unroll my hair by inserting my finger and unraveling the curl. Now that all of the rollers have been removed, I'm simply going to use my fingers to fluff and add more volume to my hair and position it as desired. And there you have it. Here's the finished look. I am so pleased with the results. My hair is so soft and has so much body and shine. I definitely recommend following this process whenever straightening your hair. And to maintain this style without any additional heat, I install 6 pinwheels and wrap it in my satin scarf. If you have any questions, please leave those below, and don't forget to check the description box for all of the products used throughout this video. Thanks so much for watching. Love you guys. See you next time.